left off last time with the arcade cabinet, we started off getting all the parts from when it comes to the buttons, the TVs, and what was it? The
PCB boards.
PCB boards, which we got all at.
It was mostly FocusTech.com and also from Mad Cats for the buttons, and like also for the PCB boards. That was from Focus Tech.
And we did this twice, by the way, because we miscalculated all the wiring and we had to wait another week or so.
And the buttons, right?
And no, not the buttons were good.
Yeah, it was the wiring, and yeah. So the parts you picked was mostly, the main thing was we were looking for something that was solderless and like easy to do. It was the PCB. It was actually a solderless mod. It was just you just put in the connections, and it's just screw-ins. So it was pretty easy. And then also the buttons, you know, they're Samo buttons, and also the joysticks, also Samo parts. And the wiring was, you know, we just made sure to get the best wiring for whatever had to be done, and that was mostly it.
All the research started from YouTube. We took a lot of ideas from many different YouTube users, many different ways to go about this, you know, and I guess we picked in the end. It took about like 3 or 4 videos to really research about wiring and how to go about this, especially solderless, because we just really didn't want to go into more work, because we only had like about 3 weeks into this. So yeah, I mean,
like me, we had gotten into watching videos, and also we had to like figure out some diagrams on like how to connect everything. So it was a lot of different things, but it was mostly YouTube videos, and then just going into SRK. Also, Focus Tech had like some tutorials there, so that was like a lot of big help.
A lot of tedious work came out, especially when it comes to
just researching
wiring and cutting wires. We learned that all on the spot, and it took us about 8 hours to make 2 prototypes, and we tested them out already on PS3. And that was like that one Saturday. We really just dedicated from like
after coming
right after work to,
so it was pretty fun.
So the main dilemma was that the original arcade was only set for 3 buttons. Obviously, it was a WWE arcade cabinet. It only required 3, and we needed 3 more to play Street Fighter Cross Tekken. We had no idea how to drill, no idea how to measure this precisely to get the layout correct with the buttons and make it feel natural. So what we did is we just got the original plexi from the arcade cabinet, and we started just measuring down. So we just got the exact format, and literally went 2 inches down, and then we just started like mapping it out, and then measuring all the sides and precisely mounted, and naturally I put the additional 3 holes to make it feel like it was originally there. After we got a final design for the arcade, there was a lot of modifications and a lot of work that was kind of beyond us when it came from skills of carpentry, and you know, some with drilling on steel, to just many different challenges that we were fully prepared for this. But you know, we had to go to Angel's brother-in-law, Victor, and he was the key element towards this. This arcade would not look the way it would look now with my vision and his mastery on everything, you know. It really came down to Victor. So pretty much in the sense that we didn't have time. Usually these type of things take a group of 4 or 5 people doing 3 different type of work, you know, to get this done. But we didn't have that time. We didn't have those people. But we found this one-man band that pretty much can do anything, and you know, he really helped us out. You know, he looked at our design. He took him 3 days to really just sink in, and then he went into work.
So the last piece of the puzzle, of course, for the arcade was we conquered everything. We ended up getting the arcade stick. The buttons were okay. They were working perfectly fine. And I think the one that consumed the most time and sleepless nights we had was the artwork that went on the side of the arcade cabinets. We went through a lot of designs before we picked the final one. We felt that if we were to make an arcade, we had to pay respects not just for the game, but the homage that would bring for other people. You know, a lot of the inspiration that came from it actually was from the Street Fighter Cross Tekken arcade collector's edition, the little mini cabinet that came with the game. And not only that, but just Street Fighter 2 as well. If you can see in the front cover of the game itself, I mean, the plexiglass, a lot of inspiration from the old stuff there as well. And to pick those, it took a lot from us, physically, mentally. I mean, it just drained us completely. But I mean, we had another bump on the road, which was, how do we get this the print? How do we get this to print out the way we want it to print, and this high res, you know, photos to be put on the side of the arcade cabinet? So what we did is ended up looking up these people that make signs, that they're actually called sign makers, really cool guys. And what we ended up doing is show them the idea that we had, the arcade, and they were really interested in, and we never collaborated with such a small company, and they really focused and they understood our dreams and what we wanted to do with the arcade cabinet. So what they did is took the time to look at our designs and see what was possible, what wasn't possible. So we were really nervous, because this is our first time working with a sign company, and you know, it was kind of like taking a risk, because really you don't really know what you're getting, what the final product might look. But they really delivered last minute, especially with all the plexiglass and the stickers that went on side of the artwork. They look gorgeous, and I mean gorgeous. And I really can't thank enough also for the community out there for giving us a lot of input and pushing us to keep doing it. And if it wasn't for them actually pushing us, we wouldn't finish this at all. We were done, and everything was finally settled in. We looked at it and it was amazing, and we brought some people to check it out privately, and nothing but smiles and nothing but nostalgia came to those people.